All right, guys, please use the raise hand function. We'll get started here with Jacob. Jordan, go ahead and start us off.
Thanks, Dan. Hey, Jacob. First, welcome to Miami. Just curious how you found out about the trade, your initial thoughts, and what you know about the Marlins and what they're doing to this point.
Yeah, I'm actually in Dallas for the CBA bargaining meetings, and we were in a 5-minute break between meetings with the owners, and I found out, and so that was probably wouldn't have chose that time to find out. I've been traded for the first time if I had the choice, but luckily things have slowed down since yesterday. And in terms of what I know about the Marlins, I mean, I've had to face their pitchers, unfortunately, for the last few years. So I think that's the thing that stands out, just with the young arms and just the quality of arms that they have. And Miggy Rojas already reached out yesterday, like, I don't know, an hour after the trade happened. And so I was really appreciative of that. And there's been a number of people throughout the organization that have reached out. I've already texted with Trevor today. And so, it's been a whirlwind, but I'm excited.
Yeah, and you touched on what I wanted to also ask you about the pitching staff. Just looking at that group and the talent, the potential they have, how excited are you to be behind the plate and working with them and being able to be part of their development and just work with them?
Yeah, I think, when I talked to Kim and Don, that was, the main thing that they brought up, just somebody that can help their pitching staff, and that's what they really want and value. And I'm hopeful I can do that. I don't know how much help these guys need. They're all pretty good already, but anything I can do to help them and help the team, obviously I'm going to do everything I can. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm down here with obviously a lot of players, and basically every guy that came up to me talked about how good the arms are, and so it's exciting, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Christina DiNicola.
Hi, Jacob. Welcome virtually to Miami.
Thank you.
What do you think is your greatest asset as a catcher, and what do you think maybe is the most important role, in your opinion, to being, a successful major league catcher?
That was a good question. I think, I guess I don't really like to talk about myself, but I guess my greatest asset would just be, I'm always looking to get better in whatever area that might be. I don't feel like I'm ever complacent with where I'm at. Certainly I'm happy to win a Gold Glove, but I'm also very aware that there are things that I can still improve on. And I think that's exciting for me. I think that's a big part of my motivation as a player. Can you remind me of the second part of your question? Sorry.
Yeah, just what do you think is maybe the most important role to be?
Oh, yeah. I think for sure the most important role for a catcher is game calling, pitcher catcher relationship, just kind of the whole encompassing, just everything that encompasses, helping pitchers get better, which in terms helps your team get better and helps your team win. And that's all I really care about, honestly. I mean, I'll go 0 for 4. And if we win, it's a good day at the office. And, if the pitchers throw well, then that's all I'm really concerned with. So at least for me, that's the most important part. And, that's the most challenging part for me coming into, obviously a new organization, a whole new pitching staff. But something I've already started working on. So, yeah.
Craig.
Hey, Jacob, what's going on? Good to see you.
How's it going? Yeah, good to see you.
Hey, what was your son's analysis of this trade with you going to the Marlins? And what did he say when he heard that you were getting traded? Who does he like on the team, and what transactions does he think the Marlins still need to make before this is all done?
Well, it actually worked out perfectly because when we came back home after the season, he played on a baseball team just for a few games. Their season was almost over, but his team was the Marlins. So I was able to kind of tell him, hey, we're going to be on the same team. And he was really excited about that. And his analysis was, oh, they need a really good catcher. And I said, well, I don't know about that, but he was excited. And he's he already wanted to look at me and my wife told him at bed last night, he already wanted to look at the roster to learn the players, but he's excited, which I wasn't quite sure how he was going to take it, but he took it really well. So that was good.
Good. A follow up, if you don't mind, and I'm one later on after this the Marlin stuff is over. But I think most would categorize you, Jacob, as a late bloomer at the position, and winning a Gold Glove and everything that you accomplished this season. And I know you mentioned you don't like to talk about yourself, but did you ever envision a day where you would be, a centerpiece of a pretty significant Major League Baseball trade with an organization that's trying to win, like Miami is this year? Thank you.
I guess the answer is no, because I really hadn't thought about it until you just phrased it like that. I'm just, no, I never thought that I would be, even to this day. And I've said this a few times. I see a few Pittsburgh people on the call, so they've probably heard me say this, but I've said this before, but I heard Derek Jeter say it. I think it was in his Hall of Fame speech, but he said, when you're playing, you're really only concerned with keeping a job and getting a job. And that's really been my focus. Just trying to keep a job, stay in the big leagues and reach my potential and just try to get better and be as good as I can be. So that's really my focus. Always has been throughout my journey. And, No, I've never thought I'd be a centerpiece of a trade.
Thank you.
Kelly Sacco.
Thanks, Dan. Hey, Jacob, welcome to Miami. You mentioned that one of the most important parts of the role of the catcher is that relationship that you develop with your pitcher. When and how do you start that relationship now that you're in a brand new organization?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be challenging. Certainly if a lockout is put down on us. I'm not looking forward to that part of it, but I think I think you can have conversations, and I've already started those. I've already talked to Eddie on the phone and had a really good conversation with him. We're going to talk again later, but I really think the bulk of the work will come in spring training. It just comes through catching them and being back there with them and learning what they like and don't like. And just, I mean, I could talk for a very long time about everything that goes into it, but it's just, I'm really excited to get to spring training and I get to work with these guys and continue to have conversations that I'm sure we'll have throughout the off season and get to work.
Thanks, Jacob.
Eli.
Welcome to the Marlins, Jacob. It's going to be exciting to cover you down here.
Thank
I
you.
noticed last year, 112 games and 103 starts behind the plate. That's more baseball than you've ever played in a year before. How are you feeling physically at the end of the year, like compared to the normal year? And what is that sweet spot for you going forward in terms of being on the field a lot, but also not trying to wear yourself down, being rested enough to still perform at your usual standards when you're actually on the field?
Well, I'm going to get to play in air conditioning from now on. So I hope I don't get worn down too much, but no, to be honest, I mean, one of my top takeaways from the season was how good my body felt throughout the year. I felt great after the year. I feel good now. And I was, aside from the on-field stuff, I think what I took away most was just how pleased I was that my body held up, and obviously just the wear and tear of everything that comes along with the catcher position. But as often as Don wants to put me in the lineup, I'm never going to say no to playing. So I'll play as much as he wants me to and lets me.
Thank you.
Jordan?
Yeah, hey, again, since you're in Dallas and you're in the more or less in the know of what's going on, can you give us the pulse of where things are, especially with everything looming at 11:59 tomorrow night?
No, not. I hate to say no, but the time, the time might come for that. But in terms of where things are, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. And certainly wouldn't want to say anything that messed up, the bargaining for each side. So I can tell you both sides are working hard, and I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Jess?
Thanks, Daniel. Hey, Jacob. Robbie already reached out to me and said you're going to love Jacob Stallings, top 5 nicest human beings on the planet. So you come in with some high praise already from Robbie. Just wondering, you mentioned your journey. Where do you feel you have grown the most at your position so far in the big leagues?
Well, first of all, Robbie was lying, but my son's gonna miss him. They would hang out together during every game, but I guess from a physical standpoint, the receiving aspect, I've talked a lot about with the Pirates riders on the call, but in 2019, is really when I started diving into the analytics and learning, honestly, just what made guys like Austin Hedges and Yasmani Grandal at the time, those guys were the best at the time. So those are kind of two. Tyler Flowers was a big guy so I wanted to watch him, who obviously was a really good receiver when he played. But I just started diving into that and learning a lot. And Jordan Comadina, and who's our bullpen catcher and assistant catching coach in Pittsburgh, really got me started on that, and has helped me throughout my career since then. I can't thank him enough, but he got me started on it. And Tom Prince in 2019 was our bench coach. He would watch video with me after every game of every borderline pitch that was a frameable pitch, and that's kind of where it started. So I would say that's where I've grown most, at least from a physical aspect of catching. And then, just everything that comes along with experience of learning how to game plan and what to look for in hitters, what to read from swings. I mean, I think experience is invaluable in this game. And I just think I've learned a lot over the years from that.
All right, Jeff?
Hey, Jacob, you've seen a number of your teammates leave over the years. What's the feeling like being an ex-Pirate?
It's sad, honestly. It's the only organization I've known. As much excitement as there is to go to Miami, there's obvious sadness from leaving the only organization I've known. And I think probably most players experience that to some degree when they're traded. So, gonna miss the people, gonna miss my friends, teammates. So it was hard, it was hard to get the call, but so it's sad.
Jason?
Jake, did you have any, I remember talking to you the night of the Gold Glove thing, and it certainly didn't seem like maybe you hit it well, but a guy that could get traded this offseason. Like, did this even enter your mind at all? Or did, when you took that call in the owners' meetings, did that just completely catch you off guard?
It definitely caught me off guard. I had seen the rumors. I kind of heard from a couple, I won't name any names, but guys that I know that it was a possibility. But nothing more than that. I certainly didn't know that anything was imminent. And yeah, so no, I didn't hide it well. I just, I wasn't aware of it until really yesterday when, the rumors kind of started to swirl.
Robert?
Hey, Jacob, how you doing, man?
Hey, Rob.
When you rose up to the majors, it was kind of a long and at times torturous path for you. When you look back on that, what's going to be the most maybe satisfying thing for you in the period that you had going from a guy who was twice DFA'd to becoming a Gold Glover?
You just mean just one moment of satisfaction?
Could be anything. I mean, do you think you've left some kind of mark on the organization as well? Because the catcher's been kind of a thin spot for this club the past few years.
I guess I don't know if I've left a mark on the organization. I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I think winning the Gold Glove was kind of the all-encompassing dream come true cliche that whatever you want to put on it. I mean, all of those certainly hold true for me. I mean, it was my dream since I was a kid. I told you this, I didn't dream of being a big league player. I didn't think that was possible. I just thought, hey, maybe I could win a Gold Glove one day. But, in terms of leaving a mark on the organization, I don't know. I just really hope that the people there within the organization and outside of the organization, fans, teammates, staff, all just felt like I treated them well and treated them with kindness. And that's all I really care about, to be honest.
Kevin?
Hey, Jake, just wanted to ask you what it's been like watching so many players get traded, knowing the direction of the Pirates franchise, knowing that it could be an inevitability, whether it was you or somebody else getting traded. What's it like to try to live in the present day during that part of it, during the rebuild? I mean, I think there's a lot of excitement with the minor league movement that they're making, but how hard is it to perform as a major leaguer when all that's going on around you?
It wasn't that difficult for me, to be honest with you. Kind of what I alluded to earlier, I just try to be the best that I can for my teammates, and I just try to get better myself. I think the hardest part is, when your friends get traded away. I think that's the hardest part for me right now, is leaving my friends that are there. But I don't think I really ever envisioned being traded. I knew it was a possibility for me personally, but I think that in my head, at least, I kind of always was thinking that I would be there, and playing those scenarios out in my head, and like maybe they'll keep me around and want me to back up Henry when he's ready, just like those kind of thoughts, as opposed to getting traded. I just try to be where my feet are. And so, yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Alex?
Hey, Jake, to build off of Rob's question, what are some of the things that you think you're going to be taking away from your time with the Pirates, especially over these last 2 years where you kind of emerged as that clubhouse leader, as, that guy?
Well, first of all, nice haircut.
I could have taken it shorter if I knew.
No, I haven't seen you with that style too much. It looks good. But I guess my main takeaway is just the friendships that I've built, and relationships. And, like I said, a lot of those guys have left, gone on to other organizations, but, a lot of those guys are still there. And so I think that's just the main takeaway. I'll forever, I told been this yesterday. Just thank, and I've said the same thing, Neil and Clint Hurdle before them. Just thank you for the opportunity. I'll forever be grateful for that and for believing in me. I wasn't ever sure that I was going to get to play Major League Baseball. So everything from here on out is kind of icing on the cake, but I guess those are the main ones.
Anything else for Jacob, guys?
I want to say thanks for everything in Pittsburgh, Jacob. You're always appreciated.
Thanks,
Same.
guys.
Second.
Second
Good luck,
that.
Jacob.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
Jake. Thanks, Jacob.
Take care, Jacob.